Welcome to the Black Stain.
This is Chocolate Chip Grits and okay, well this bitch don't have a name yet, but when we find out what his name is, we gonna let y'all know.
Starlight. It's Starlight.
Oh, Starlight. Okay, well this is Chocolate Chip Grits and
Starlight.
welcome to the Black Stain. Obviously we gonna talk about Miley Cyrus today. Now this is little sweet Miley that y'all hear singing right here, partying in the US as she hear Jay-Z songs, her hands and she partying and stuff. Little did we know at this party she was gonna be all on the bone, just
smoking weed.
Yeah, just like slurping it up. Like what happened? You know what I think? I think when Miley came out with Can't Be Tamed, that was a warning. She was letting America know, like, look, I'm about to do some shit that's out of character. Just pay attention. Just watch me. And then the next thing you know, she falling all over the couch talking about it's good. Yeah, like she was just like, I thought it was funny.
It was funny, but she needs to realize that she got fans that watch Disney Channel and they want to be like her, and that's not the sign she should be sending out to these kids, because Disney Channel has always had people who send out respectable messages to kids. Raven, you don't see Raven Simone. Almost Lindsay Lohan.
I guess she see Raven Simone at all. I haven't seen her in years, so I don't know what.
Raven Simone is getting money. Let me just tell you that.
Raven, but at the same time,
she getting money.
This is what I'm gonna say. Okay, people gotta stop expecting TV to raise their children. TV is not a crime. Thank you, because okay, your child can watch the Disney Channel and then switch from the Disney Channel and be watching Cinemax at 12 o'clock at night watching porn. So like, you don't know what your kids are watching on TV. You're not paying attention. Now you could have a child who watches Cinemax and HBO all day long and still have more sense than to go out and smoke. It's not about what they're seeing on TV. It's about what you teach them as a parent. Because I'm sorry, but I'm not going to sit there and let Miley Cyrus raise my child. I just have a child for Miley Cyrus. So yeah,
the majority of Americans in the USA let their kids watch TV and they let their kids
do what they want to do.
Yeah, do what they want to do.
And that's not
even that. When they more strict on their kids want to go out and do stuff that they see on TV and they see in the media and they see in school, because if they're not gonna see it at home, they're gonna see it at school. And if they're not gonna see it at school, they're gonna see it walking home from school.
People need to talk to their children. You can't just be a disciplinarian. You can't just beat your kids for everything, just like you can't just let your kids run around and do whatever they want to. You have to let your kids know. You might see this out in the street. You might see this on TV. You might see this in school, but this is not what you need to be doing. If you parent your children the right way, then your children are going to do the right thing. You can't say that. That's just like how people say, if you have a parent who's on drugs, then that's an excuse for you to go out and use drugs. No, I know plenty of people out here whose parents been crackheads for years, and when they grow up, they're successful people and they do things, and they're not out there doing drugs. They're not out there in the streets, and they're not prostituting. They're not doing these things. So it's not about what they see on TV or what they see in the streets. It's about what you teach them.
I just want to know what happened to Miley Cyrus. She was just
she got high.
She was a sweet little girl. She was 14 years old on Hannah Montana. I used to watch the show. I still watch the show. Her season finale came on last week, I think, last Sunday. And now her show's over or whatever the case might be. I still watch the show, the reruns. I want to know what happened to her. Like, she's just going down the bad road. I think she want to be like Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton.
I think what happened to her is she's one of them kids who don't have no parents. Her parents let her do what she wants to because she been in the game. She been making money. They living off of her. They getting all this money. They doing what they want to do. They in the limelight because of her. Therefore, she's allowed to do
they
what
were
she
in the limelight before she was born because her father was.
But she put him way further into this limelight. He was never Billy Ray Cyrus. Like, come on, he's a country singer, and I'm not gonna say he's bad. I'm not gonna say he's good. I don't really do too much country, but at the same time, her stardom really rose over top of him. Like, she's worldwide, international. He's a country singer. So even though they were known before, she put them right out in front.
Her father was like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift was the country singer.
Who the fuck is Taylor Swift?
You know,
I don't even like that bitch. So we're not even gonna start talking about her.
She was the country singer.
That's a whole nother video. Taylor Swift is a whore who got famous because Kanye was snatched the microphone out her hand, and I have a problem with it because.
Why she gotta be a whore?
She is. She's a slut. First it was the Jonas Brother, then it was what's his name, Jake Gyllenhaal, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, it's like Taylor Swift. That's a whole nother video because I will go on that bitch because I can't stand her and I'm not even trying to get hyped right now because we're talking about Miley. Miley just needs to just she feeling herself right now.
I know it might be early for her, but
she young, she in Hollywood,
I think she need to do like Nicole Rich. She need to have a baby. I know she 18, but having a baby will change her life.
How can you say it's okay to go out and get pregnant and have a baby at that age, but it's not okay to smoke weed?
Because
both of them are things that you shouldn't be doing at that age, pretty much.
She's 18.
Okay, so if she want to smoke a little weed, then she can
smoke a little weed. When she was like 16, she took her parenthood from her parents. She sued her parents so that all the money that she makes and she's her. So
if she want to take $5 out her account and go buy her bag
it's not
of
even
weed
about the money
and put it in the bone and smoke it, then that's her business. First of all, let's take the attention off Miley for a second, because the only reason why this is even in the spotlight is because her so-called friend was sitting there with a phone recording everything. First of all, that's a shady bitch anyway, because if you was her friend, you wouldn't have put her out there like that. Second of all, it's probably stars out there younger than her doing worse shit that we just don't know about because people are not putting it out like that.
I think Miley likes the attention.
Miley, I think if you want to smoke some weed, you can go smoke some weed. You can go smoke some weed as long as you're not. Now, Lindsay Lohan, she went overboard. She's snorting and she doing all types of shit. And that's just a whole nother train wreck altogether. But who haven't smoked a little weed? Come on now. It's not that serious. I just really don't think it's that big of a deal the way they're making it. She needs to go to rehab, and Miley's so horrible. She's such a bad influence.
That's a little extreme.
Yeah.
Weed.
Exactly.
But you don't know what kind of weed was in that bomb.
From what I heard, it wasn't even weed though. It was some shit called salvia, which must be some white people drug, because I never heard of that shit.
And I think it's a weed and
salvia. Some shit.
It's a weed that they sell in stores now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, if they sell it in the store, you really can't say shit about it.
It is, because I know a few people who smoke it.
I'm just saying, I think they blew it out of proportion. And why are we talking about things blown out of proportion?
I don't care. I mean, I don't care about her smoking weed. I'm just saying, why do it got to be on video on the internet?
But that's the thing. She didn't mean for it to be on the internet. She didn't put it on the internet.
I mean,
this was a complete another person who probably wanted to sell the video to get money or something like that. Because from what I understood, she took it to TMZ, and you know TMZ always paying for people for pictures and information and shit like that. So she probably just wanted to get her a little bit of change on. I don't think Miley ever meant for it to be like that blown out of proportion like how it was.
Where does TMZ even get money from? Because
I don't know.
That website is free. Nobody.
And then TMZ always lying. Like I don't think anything. Like I don't really know about TMZ, but that's another story. Why are we talking about stuff that got blown out of proportion, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think y'all need to leave Chris Brown the fuck alone.
Y'all really do.
That's
leave
what I think.
Motherfucking husband alone.
First of all, nobody was in that car but Rihanna and Chris Brown. Now I love Rihanna. I love her. That's my girl.
Me too.
That's my girl. Like
I didn't like her when she was with Chris Brown because that was my husband.
Well, that's a different story because I liked her when she was with Chris Brown before she was.
I liked her music when she was with
my girl. But Chris Brown, like, come on. First of all,
he don't want you, girl.
First of all, okay, y'all sitting back and oh my God, Chris Brown's a woman beater. You need to boycott and throw his CDs out the window and burn him at the stake or whatever. First of all, nobody was in that car. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows why he hit her. Nobody knows if she hit him first. Nobody knows what went on. And truthfully, I don't see Rihanna as the type of girl that's just going to sit back and get her ass whipped. Exactly. I think she probably threw a couple punches too. I'm just saying. Now, I'm not sure because, like I said, wasn't nobody there. But for people to be saying his career is over and people to really, like, just like, it's like, it's a witch hunt. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, come on now. Everybody makes mistakes and everybody deserves another chance. And y'all just doing too much with the Chris Brown thing. Like, I'm just not feeling none of y'all.
Overdoing it.
Yeah. Doing too much. Way too much.
I don't pry him on or saying that he was right to hit her.
Oh, no.
Hit her back even if she did hit him. And beat her the way he did.
Because what do most parents tell their children? If that bitch hit you, hit them back. Whether it's girl, female, whatever, you can't use the fact that you're a female as an excuse to go and hit on somebody. I don't care who it is.
But
and I
even
tell
if
my
it's
child the same thing. If that bitch hit you, go upside that bitch head, because just because you're a female don't mean you have the right to put your hands on nobody. And that's where a lot of people get it fucked up, and that's where a lot of men get a bad rap because they sit there and they let these females hit on them, and then they get to that breaking point where even like in Baby Boy, you seen it. She kept on hitting him, kept on slapping him in his face, hitting him in his face, everything. And it comes that point, everybody got that point where eventually they go and bust off on you and fuck you up.
And
so you can't be but so mad.
And he had a rough childhood. His mother was beat on.
I don't give a fuck what kind of child he had. I don't give a fuck if you grew up in the suburbs, if you grew up in Beverly Hills, India, motherfucking Saskatchewan, wherever. If that bitch hit
somebody was beating on my mother,
bust that bitch in her face. That's all I'm saying. If that nigga hit you, whoop his motherfucking ass. Go upside his head, whatever you got to do, fuck that motherfucker up. Because there's no excuse for nobody to put their hands on nobody. That's just how I feel about it.
Wow. I still would fuck this guy.
Okay, we all okay. You will fuck Chris Brown. We okay.
I still love him.
Okay,
anyway,
well, this is the Black
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus. Yeah.
Don't let people record you, please.
Yeah, and when you see that bitch who did record you, whoop her ass. Let that be the next thing that I see about Miley Cyrus.
Unless you like it, I mean, go ahead, do what you do.
No, punch that bitch in her throat. Knock the wind out of that bitch. Because she knew what she was doing when she did the shit. Not to fuck her ass up. I don't give a fuck about a camera, a motherfucking TMZ, a tabloid, none of that shit. They would have had my mugshot on the front nice and big because I'd have whooped her ass no matter where I seen her at.
If you don't stand for nothing, then
you'll fall for anything.
Bye.